Hello the internet, and welcome to another CNRL Library Innovation Studio home workshop where we show you how to grow your own veggie patch. Today it's a beautiful wet spring morning, so we're going to teach you something about the weather and we're going to show you how to make your own rain gauge. Plants can have too much water as well as too little, so you don't want to be watering your veggie patch when it's already had a good soaking from the sky. As you can see, someone at my house rather over-enthusiastically watered my seedlings recently, and the sunflowers really suffered for that because they were sitting in water for way too long. As you can see, some of the leaves have gone yellow and are starting to drop off, and some of them look very sad indeed. So it's important to get the right amount of water. Not too much, not too little. And that goes for your veggie patch as well, not just your seedlings. When I planned this workshop, I wanted to build a rain gauge to the Australian Bureau of Meteorology standards, but I have to admit, the instructions were confusing, and building a funnel with an exact diameter of 203mm from my recycling seemed unlikely. Would be 5 mils in here. Using an old store-bought rain gauge as a guide was very confusing, as it didn't match the BOM standards either, or my rulers. Do I need a funnel for this? It's 203 in diameter. This doesn't have a funnel at all. It's got a 38mm diameter entrance. And that's when I realised the BOM forecast and gauge standards don't matter. All we're interested in is whether our veggie patch gets enough rain or if we need to water it. And we're going to achieve that through observational science. Now, observational science is a field of science where you observe nature doing its thing and you record observations over time. Lots of scientific studies are done like this, usually when you can't have super controlled conditions to observe cause and effect. It's how an awful lot of science is done. For this workshop, all you're going to need is a ruler, some paper, a pen, and some sort of container. It could be anything. I'm going to use this tall glass container for my rain gauge, but you could equally use a plastic cup, so long as it's something you can easily measure. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this old broken flower pot, just bare it into the ground a little bit so it doesn't fall over, and I'm going to place my rain gauge in there. I can easily get it in and out then, and it won't get knocked over or lost. Plus, it kind of just looks nice. Make sure no large plants hang over it. Every morning, grab your logbook and pen, check your rain gauge to see if there's water. If there's no water, we just write down 0mm of water, and we know we need to water the veggie patch. If there is water, let's measure how many millimeters of water is in your rain gauge. Then we'll dig a hole in the veggie patch where there's nothing growing and see how deep down the wetness goes and measure it. If the dirt is dry after 5 mils, it's probably not good enough and you're still going to need to water your plants. If the dirt is wet after 20 mils, that might be okay for seedlings, but it's not going to be okay for full-grown vegetables. If the water goes down to 40 mils, that's pretty good. If the water goes down to 80 mils, that's great. You definitely don't need to water anything if it's as deep as 80 mils. Keep up the observations in your logbook for quite a few different rain events. You want to have a good heavy storm, you want to have light sprinkle and shower and everything in between. Every time, measure how much water is in your rain gauge, dig a hole and measure how deep the water has penetrated. After a while, you have a good idea of what's going on under the ground just by measuring the water. You won't need to dig every time. The whole idea of this is we don't want to know if we've got more water than the next door neighbours, how much rain fell on the grass. All we need to know is how much rain is falling on our vegetables, so we can judge whether or not we need to give them extra water or not. You can keep recording the rain in your logbook if you like to. I'm going to keep my logbook also just for recording what's going on with my plants, how long it takes my seedlings to shoot up, how long it takes for my beans to attach themselves to the bean pole. All interesting stuff for next year when we do our second veggie patch. That way we can work out our plan much more accurately on what's going to happen based on what happened this year. And then you'll be a veggie patch expert. We hope you enjoyed this gardening workshop. Please like, share and subscribe so you and others can join us on the next CNRL Library Innovation Studio online workshop. Follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all the usual places at Innovation Stew or hashtag Innovation Stew. And check the home workshops page on innovationstew.com.au for extra resources. See you next time and happy gardening. But then I'd have to work out the difference for the diameter, because then 10 mils